simple hand movements, and soft, calm whispering. I've noticed a trend over on DD. YD doesn't like that word. And I've noticed a crowd of hand healers. And I've always spoke on my theory of ASMR and healing, be it Reiki or quantum healers, hand healers, things like that. I think it all correlates and derives from this term we've called ASMR. But I'm going to be doing my hand movements with a little bit of crystal healing. Many of our family will recognize this crystal. It's a smoky quartz, perfect for neutralizing energies, holding energy. But we're not doing any Reiki healing today. I just want to talk to you and heal you. Calm and gentle. Get comfortable. Let me neutralize our space together. Neutralize our space together. If you're looking for the nails, they'll be back. I'll be back. I need to take a break with them now and then, and in between I change them up. I let them breathe for a day, so no worries. You might have noticed in the past several days, I've been doing a lot of parallel pulling, if you want to call it. That's a good idea for a new video. Parallel pulling, where I'm just pulling, pushing, shing. When I do, I guess if you want to call it energy work or Reiki, anything, I always imagine a bright ball of light, a golden light. You know, you hear a lot of healers talk about this bright golden light, right? I always associate it with New Age or ancient things, texts. They talk about light. We always associate positivity with light. And I can understand and resonate with that. And I bet you can too. It's the same ideas. We may not understand directly how a light bulb works or electricity, but in the back of our minds, we kind of get it. We get the notion of it. We get the point. Does that make sense? That's how I like to feel with this white light, with ASMR, with energy. I'm not understanding scientifically, but I get it nonetheless. this white light, it makes sense to think that we want to bathe ourselves in this golden, this wonderful, gentle, calming white light just pouring over us, just basking in this peace. And a lot of near-death experiences have that documented. I talk about my favorite quote. We're all just walking each other home. And I'd like to think when we get there, it's going to be very peaceful and very bright. Whatever our beliefs are, even if it's nothing, that nothing is going to be simple peace, simple white light. And I can't wait to experience that with you someday. I like to think about our family who watches these videos. I get comments and messages from all over this globe that we're just spinning, revolving, movement, consistency, moving forward, growing, continuously growing and growing. And I'd like to think what you're doing. I've gotten many comments that many of you are on your daily commute to work, to friends, on the train, bus. Some of you save these audios for in the air, and I find it fascinating because I'm just someone who lives in a small area, small city, full of very, very uneducated and unhappy people. But my mortgage is cheap, so I'm gonna stay for now. And I imagine sitting there with you and having the same experiences you have, be it happiness, your first experience doing something and you can't wait to tell your friend or family or yourself, your sorrow. I'd like to imagine not me healing you, but calming you down, and being present for you. All the places, the countries, the continents, I hear where you're watching from. It never gets old to me. It's always amazing and always welcome. You make me feel so welcome and so secure and calm. I'm proud of us. And that took me a long time. Going to up the movement a little bit. It took me a long time to say I'm proud of me with it. There's a content creator. She isn't a content creator, but she has a social media presence who films her, and her name is Yvonne Lefleur. I'm sure you've heard of her. She's making rounds as this new unintentional ASM artist, but she's a woman, an older woman who owns a shop in New Orleans, and she's just made of glass, right? And this woman approached her, a younger woman, and said, "Let me film videos of you in your shop." And last night, I was watching these videos, and I think not only is she creating these very relaxing glass brother, him and I are very not close. You may know the story. And my both parents are passed. Their parents are passed. Cousins, uncles, aunts are gone. I have some cousins around, second and third cousins, who I don't really keep in touch with. It's just me and my two little ones. And after I commented that last night, I said to myself how wonderful it is that not only am I doing this ASMR, but I'm creating a legacy, at least for myself, that one day my loved ones, my children, and my family, which is right out here with you right now, can come back to remember me when I'm gone. I love that. Until we meet again, until one of us walks each other home back to that light that I'd like to say exists, that I'd like to say we're going to all be together someday. I'm someone who's unfortunately had to experience life very early. And when I say life, I mean the reality of it. I absolutely love the fact that I was able, don't mind that nail by the way, it's from glue on nails, ooh, but I was I was grateful to have come across this family and to know I'm not alone. I'm not, and neither are you. And what I was getting at is, as somebody who's had to experience the reality of life early, let's move on to this crystal. The world seems kind of bad sometimes. It really does, with everything we're experiencing. But I want to promise something and calm your nerves. I'm going to be calming. What we're going through now, we've gone through before. You don't have to fear all of us kind of evaporating one day. This has been before, and it will be again in the future generations. All we're doing is repeating history, and history becomes tragedy, absolutely, and that's the unfortunate part of life. But as frightening as life is, it's also very simple. And if you watched my video the other day, I teach my son, who's on the spectrum, peaks and valleys. Peaks and valleys. Something we've gone through before. Something bad. We'll get there soon. I promise. And you're going to be fine. And you're not alone. You're not alone. How are you doing over there? Are you sleeping yet? Have you turned me off completely? Like I'm not listening to this positive propaganda, this safe space bullshit. No, I'm kidding. Every once in a while I'll get comments like, there is no safe space. Yes, there is. No matter what you believe in, yes, there is. so hard inside, right? I have so much resentment and anger towards people in life, and I don't want to start crying. But at the same time, I know deep down I have a gentle nature. And I don't have to be angry for things that I can't control, and neither do you. You're not a hard person. It's what happened to you that made you that way. You're not a bad person. You're a good person. I promise you. And that's why I get all emotional. Because I know firsthand what it's like to be positive, loving, and kind, and gentle to people. And then having life and those same people make you miserable and resentful to people. You don't have to feel that way. I promise you. You don't have to be angry. Life's not against you. It's not. I promise. Okay? And we'll get through this together. You need to trust me. You're like, who is this woman behind a screen crying during an ASMR? I can't edit this. That's what's so funny about this. But let me just say this, and I'll kind of leave it at that. There are good people. There are kind people. Hold on. There are kind people. There are good people in the world. And I promise that. I promise that with all of my person. They may seem sparse. And you may not feel like you even want that. But there are good people you're going to come across. From the bottom of my heart, you may not even know me. You're like, who is this woman? This psycho needs some SSRIs. And then, a benzo. There are good people out there, okay? And you will find them. Good. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Sorry, I'm emotional. I'm getting my beard now. I love you, family. I'm so blessed for you. And I hope that you'll stay and go through this with